Hi everybody! Welcome back to the B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the captivating drama unfolding on The Bold and the Beautiful for Tuesday, June 24th. This episode promises a whirlwind of emotions as Taylor Hayes takes bold steps to secure her future with Ridge Forrester, while jealousy, schemes, and unexpected reactions set the stage for an unforgettable chapter in this beloved soap opera. From Taylor's desperate bid for love to the undercurrents of tension involving Brooke Logan and Nick Marone, and even the intriguing dynamics between Carter Walton and Hope Logan, there's plenty to unpack. So, grab a seat and let's explore every twist and turn with fresh perspectives, inventive details, and a closer look at the characters' motivations. Taylor Hayes' determined pursuit of happiness. In the heart of Los Angeles, where glamour and heartbreak often collide, Taylor Hayes finds herself at a crossroads. Having rekindled her romance with Ridge Forrester after years of longing, she's not about to let this second chance slip away. Taylor's heart beats with a fierce determination to build a lasting future with Ridge, but there's a shadow looming over her joy. Brooke Logan. Taylor can't shake the nagging fear that Brooke's presence in Ridge's life, even as a past flame, could reignite old sparks. The recent return of Nick Marone has only intensified these insecurities, as Ridge's protective instincts toward Brooke become glaringly apparent. Taylor watches with bated breath as Ridge's attention seems to wander, his concern for Brooke cutting deeper than she'd like to admit. It's a bitter pill to swallow for Taylor, who has fought tooth and nail to reclaim her place by Ridge's side. To counter this growing unease, Taylor's mind races with ideas to solidify her bond with Ridge. She refuses to let jealousy fester in silence. Instead, she channels her emotions into an audacious plan. In a quiet moment of reflection at her home, Taylor decides it's time to take control of her destiny. She envisions a grand gesture, one that will not only surprise Ridge, but also anchor their relationship in a way that leaves no room for doubt. Her strategy: a life-altering ambush that she hopes will culminate in a commitment for the ages. Taylor believes that if she can fast-track their journey to the altar, she might finally silence the whispers of doubt and banish Brooke from Ridge's thoughts once and for all. This isn't just about love for Taylor, it's about proving to herself and the world that she is Ridge's true partner. A proposal fraught with risk and desperation. As Tuesday's episode approaches, Taylor's scheme takes shape with meticulous care. She procures a stunning engagement ring, its sparkle a symbol of the future she yearns for, and sets the scene for an intimate dinner at Il Giardino, the iconic restaurant where so many Forrester family dramas have unfolded. Under the soft glow of candlelight, with the aroma of Italian cuisine wafting through the air, Taylor plans to lay her heart bare. She imagines Ridge's eyes lighting up as she presents the ring, her voice trembling with hope as she asks him to spend forever with her. In her mind, this moment isn't just a proposal, it's a lifeline. A way to tether Ridge to her side and away from the magnetic pull of Brooke. Taylor also hopes that a public declaration of their engagement will send a powerful message to Brooke. Ridge is off limits, now and forever. Yet, there's an undercurrent of unease in Taylor's plan that even she can't ignore. Deep down, she wrestles with the fear that this move might come across as desperate rather than romantic. The writers of The Bold and the Beautiful seem to be steering Taylor down a path of vulnerability, stripping away layers of her self-respect as she resorts to such extreme measures. Fans, too, have taken to social media with a mix of sympathy and frustration, lamenting that Taylor deserves better than to set herself up for potential humiliation. The preview for the week of June 23rd to 27th teases this looming proposal, and the audience is already buzzing with anticipation concern. Will Taylor's gamble pay off, or will it backfire in the most heartbreaking way? Ridge's reaction and the ripple effects. When the moment of truth arrives, the atmosphere at Il Giardino thickens with tension. Taylor's carefully rehearsed words spill out, her hands trembling as she slides the ring across the table. But Ridge's response is far from the fairy tale acceptance she's dreamed of. His face clouds with hesitation, his eyes darting away as he processes the gravity of her request. It's a gut-wrenching scene for Taylor, who had hoped for an enthusiastic yes, but is instead met with an awkward silence. Ridge, torn between his feelings for Taylor and the unresolved emotions tied to Brooke, struggles to articulate his thoughts. He may voice concerns about rushing into marriage, citing the need for time to rebuild trust after their tumultuous history. This uncomfortable reaction leaves Taylor teetering on the edge of devastation, her heart sinking as she realizes that her grand plan might not yield the outcome she envisioned. Adding fuel to the fire, Nick Marone witnesses this pivotal moment from a discreet corner of the restaurant. His presence has no coincidence been keeping tabs on Ridge and Brooks' dynamic, and now he has a front row seat to Taylor's bold move. Nick, ever the opportunist, stores this piece of information away like a chess piece to be played at the right moment. It's only a matter of time before he shares this bombshell with Brooke, potentially reigniting old tensions and setting the stage for a fierce confrontation. Nick's involvement adds a delicious layer of intrigue, as viewers are left wondering how Brooke will react to the news of Taylor's proposal and whether it will draw her back into Ridge's orbit with renewed vigor. Carter and Hope navigate emotional waters. Meanwhile, away from the central drama of Taylor and Ridge, another storyline brews with equal intensity. Carter Walton finds himself stepping up to support Hope Logan as she grapples with lingering issues surrounding Daphne Rose. Steffy Forrester, ever the catalyst for change, has urged Carter to help Hope move past these emotional hurdles, and he's determined to rise to the occasion. In Tuesday's episode, Carter and Hope engage in heartfelt conversations that peel back the layers of Hope's struggles with Daphne's influence in her life. Their discussions are laden with empathy, as Carter offers a listening ear and gentle encouragement, reminding Hope of her strength and resilience. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint at more Daphne-related developments on the horizon, leaving fans speculating about whether this could pave the way for Daphne's dramatic return. Perhaps Carter's guidance will empower Hope to confront her past head-on, or maybe their shared vulnerability will spark a deeper connection between them. Either way, this subplot provides a poignant contrast to the high-stakes romance of Taylor and Ridge, grounding the episode in raw, relatable emotion. As Hope navigates her inner turmoil with Carter by her side, viewers are reminded of the enduring power of friendship and understanding in the face of personal challenges. A tapestry of drama and heartache. As Tuesday, June 24th, approaches, the bold and the beautiful promises an episode brimming with passion, desperation, and unexpected turns. Taylor Hayes' daring proposal to Ridge Forrester stands at the forefront, a risky maneuver born from love and fear of losing him to Brooke Logan once more. With Nick Marone lurking in the shadows, ready to stir the pot, and Ridge's reluctance casting a shadow over Taylor's dreams. The fallout from this moment is sure to reverberate through upcoming episodes. Meanwhile, Carter Walton's steadfast support for Hope Logan offers a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos, teasing new possibilities for growth and connection. Next, we will explore the latest enthralling developments in the bold and the beautiful, diving into a world of simmering tensions, unexpected reunions, and business battles at the Forrester mansion and beyond. This episode unveils a tapestry of emotions as Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan clash over past loves and present jealousies, while Nick Marone's surprise return stirs the pot in ways no one saw coming. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Carter Walton and Steffy Forrester navigate the choppy waters of corporate decisions and personal grudges involving Daphne Rose and Hope Logan. With newly crafted details, expanded story elements, and a deeper look into the characters' inner worlds, let's unravel the drama that promises to keep fans on the edge of their seats. A charged encounter at the Forrester mansion. In the opulent halls of the Forrester mansion, where secrets often whisper through the walls, Taylor Hayes wraps up a phone consultation with a client, her voice steady and compassionate. As she hangs up, the door swings open, revealing Brooke Logan, whose golden hair catches the afternoon light streaming through the grand windows. Brooke offers a rare compliment, noting Taylor's unwavering dedication to healing others, a trait that has defined her for years. But Taylor, ever perceptive, senses an undercurrent beneath the kind words. With a raised eyebrow, she questions Brooke's sudden warmth, wondering what lies behind this unexpected praise. Brooke, maintaining her composure, explains she's merely dropping off critical paperwork for Eric Forrester, a routine task. Taylor assures her that Eric will receive the documents, her tone polite yet tinged with suspicion, as she braces herself for the real reason behind Brooke's visit. The conversation takes a sharp turn as Taylor broaches the subject of an unannounced visitor, Nick Marone. Brooke's eyes flicker with a mix of surprise and nostalgia as she confirms the news, admitting that Nick's sudden reappearance caught her off guard in the most delightful way. She describes him with a wistful smile, painting a picture of a man as dashing and magnetic as ever, unchanged by the years. Taylor listens intently, her mind racing as she recalls the deep history Brooke shares with Nick, including the bond of raising a son together. She muses aloud, her voice laced with curiosity, whether Nick's timing coinciding with her renewed romance with Ridge Forrester's mere coincidence or a calculated move. Could Nick be here to reclaim Brooke's heart now that Ridge is seemingly out of reach? Taylor doesn't shy away from expressing her suspicion, suggesting that Nick might see this as the perfect moment to step back into Brooke's life. Brooke, catching the glint of concern in Taylor's eyes, responds with a playful yet pointed remark that someone seems awfully invested in her connection with Nick. Taylor, undeterred, counters that she genuinely believes Nick could be a wonderful match for Brooke, perhaps even a fresh start. But Brooke isn't buying the sincerity, sensing an agenda beneath Taylor's words. She brings up Ridge's reaction to Nick's return, hinting that Taylor must be aware of the jealousy brewing in him. Brooke's tone sharpens as she accuses Ridge of having no right to such feelings, especially after so swiftly turning to Taylor in the wake of their own tumultuous history. The air crackles with tension as Brooke asserts that she now sees her true worth to Ridge, a realization that cuts deeper than any words. Taylor, maintaining her calm facade, wishes Brooke well with Nick, though Brooke's sarcastic retort "I'm sure you do" hangs heavily between them. A silent acknowledgement of the rivalry that refuses to die. Unspoken jealousies and hidden motives. As the exchange at the mansion unfolds, the layers of unspoken emotions peel back, revealing the raw underbelly of Taylor and Brooke's dynamic. Taylor's outward composure masks a storm of insecurity about Ridge's lingering feelings for Brooke, especially with Nick's return fanning the flames of past passions. She wonders if Brooke is deliberately stoking Ridge's protective instincts to test his loyalty, a thought that gnaws at her late into the night as she gazes out over the mansion's sprawling gardens. Brooke, on the other hand, wrestles with a complex mix of vindication and vulnerability. Nick's charm has awakened memories of a simpler time, yet she can't ignore the way Ridge's concern for her still tugs at her heartstrings, a reminder of a love that never fully fades. Their conversation, though brief, is a chess match of words, each move calculated to probe the other's weaknesses while guarding their own. Taylor's suggestion that Nick might be Brooke's ideal partner isn't just a casual observation, it's a subtle push, a hope that Brooke will redirect her focus and leave Ridge alone. But Brooke sees through the tactic, her sharp wit slicing through Taylor's feigned generosity. She recalls past encounters where Ridge's jealousy over Nick flared, moments that now fuel her confidence that she still holds a piece of his heart. As she leaves the mansion, Brooke's mind swirls with possibility could Nick's return be the key to a new chapter, or is it merely a mirror reflecting what she's lost with Ridge? Meanwhile, Taylor lingers by the fireplace, her thoughts darkening as she ponders how to fortify her bond with Ridge against these mounting threats. Their rivalry, steeped in decades of heartbreak, shows no sign of cooling, setting the stage for explosive confrontations in the days ahead. Business and betrayal at Forrester Creations. Shifting scenes to the sleek, modern offices of Forrester Creations, another layer of drama brews as Carter Walton and Steffy Forrester delve into the high-stakes world of fashion and fragrance. Amid discussions of quarterly projections and market trends, Steffy unveils a sample of Daphne Rose's latest men's fragrance, a scent that embodies sophistication with notes of cedarwood and amber. Carter, inhaling deeply, praises it as Daphne's finest creation yet, a product that could redefine their brand's allure. Steffy, her eyes alight with ambition, declares that they must bring Daphne back into the fold immediately, a decision she insists is non-negotiable for the company's future. Ridge, joining the conversation, nods in agreement, emphasizing that they cannot allow personal feelings sparkly Hope Logonsto derail their path to success. The mention of Hope sparks a heated debate as Carter questions whether they've considered reviving her iconic line, "Hope for the future." He argues passionately that backing Hope is not just a business move, but a moral imperative, given the challenges she's faced. Yet, Steffi's expression hardens as she recalls the painful history tied to recent events, unwilling to let go of the grudges that still sting. Carter pushes back, reminding them that they share responsibility for past conflicts, a point Ridge grudgingly concedes as he admits they're all trying to move forward. But the wound remains fresh for Steffy, who insists that Daphne's return shouldn't pose a threat now that certain personal entanglements have resolvedly. An engagement that she believes should put old dramas to rest. She tasks Carter with a crucial mission to persuade Hope to let go of her reservations about Daphne, a tall order given the emotional baggage at play. Carter, feeling the weight of this responsibility, receives a timely text from Hope, prompting him to step away from the charged atmosphere. As he exits, Steffy turns to Ridge, noticing a distant look in his eyes. Probing gently, She asks what's troubling him, and his response is a single word that carries a world of complication: Brooke. Ridge's distraction hints at the turmoil within. A storm of emotions tied to Brooke's interaction with Nick and the echoes of a love that continues to haunt him. Steffy, sensing the depth of her father's conflict, braces for the ripple effects this could have on their family and business, knowing that when it comes to Brooke, nothing is ever simple. A web of personal and professional struggles. As the episode of The Bold and the Beautiful builds toward its crescendo, the interplay of personal vendettas and professional ambitions creates a captivating narrative that hooks viewers from start to finish. At the Forrester mansion, Taylor and Brooke's verbal sparring over Nick Marone exposes the fragility of their truce, with each woman guarding her heart while seeking to undermine the other's confidence. Nick's re-entry into their lives acts as a catalyst, stirring jealousies and desires that threaten to upend the delicate balance of relationships. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, the fight to bring Daphne Rose back into the spotlight collides with unresolved tensions surrounding Hope Logan, testing the loyalties and priorities of Carter, Steffy, and Ridge. Next, we will delve into the latest heart-stirring drama from The Bold and the Beautiful, where emotions run high, relationships are tested, and past mistakes cast long shadows over new beginnings. This episode brings us into the tangled web of Ridge Forrester's protective instincts toward Brooke Logan, sparked by Nick Marone's unexpected presence, while Steffy Forrester grapples with the implications for her family. Meanwhile, at Il Giardino, Hope Logan's engagement to Carter Walton becomes the focal point of heartfelt conversations and lingering doubts as Deacon Sharp wrestles with his paternal concerns. With expanded narratives, creative flourishes, and newly imagined details, let's explore the intricate layers of love, jealousy, and reconciliation that define this captivating installment. Ridge and Steffy clash over Brooke's choices. In the polished corridors of Forrester Creations, where creativity and conflict often intertwine, Ridge Forrester shares a startling revelation with his daughter Steffy. His voice carries a mix of frustration and concern. He discloses having stumbled upon Brooke Logan in the company of Nick Marone. Steffy's eyes widen, her mind racing to the most scandalous conclusion that Ridge caught them in a compromising embrace. But Ridge quickly clarifies, dispelling the notion of anything illicit, though his furrowed brow betrays a deeper unease. Steffy, with a wry smirk, can't resist a jab, pointing out that when it comes to Brooke, anything is possible. She presses further, questioning why Ridge is so visibly rattled by Brooke's choice of companion. After all, shouldn't he be focused on his own life rather than hers? Her tone carries a hint of amusement as she teases that he's starting to sound eerily like her mother, Taylor Hayes, with her protective streak. Ridge bristles at the comparison, his voice rising as he defends his stance. He insists that his concern stems from a place of care, not control. Nick, with his history of charm and heartbreak, could easily shatter Brooke's fragile state. Ridge paints a picture of Brooke as vulnerable, someone in need of safeguarding from a man who might exploit her emotions. But Steffy isn't convinced, her sharp intuition cutting through his excuses. She accuses him of jealousy, plain and simple, suggesting that Brooke must be reveling in the attention this reaction implies. Ridge attempts to dismiss the notion, waving off any suggestion of deeper feelings, but his hesitation speaks volumes. Steffy leans in, her expression turning serious as she asks what kind of signal this obsession with Brooke sends to Taylor, who has fought so hard to reclaim her place by his side. The question hangs in the air, a silent challenge to Ridge's divided heart, as the bustling office around them seems to fade, leaving only the weight of their unresolved family tensions. Hope's engagement sparks joy and doubt at Il Giardino. Meanwhile, under the warm, rustic charm of Il Giardino, where the scent of fresh basil and garlic mingles with whispered conversations, Hope Logan shares a tender moment with her father, Deacon Sharp. As they sit at a cozy corner table, Deacon's eyes light up with a mix of pride and curiosity as he admires the delicate engagement ring glittering on Hope's finger, a symbol of her commitment to Carter Walton. Though he admits to having reservations about Carter in the past, Deacon emphasizes that this is Hope's journey to walk, her decision to make. But beneath his supportive words lies a flicker of doubt, and Hope senses it. She tilts her head, searching his face as she wonders aloud if her dad believes she's rushing into a commitment she might regret. Deacon, choosing his words with care, recalls the recent turmoil at Forrester Creations that rocked their family, asking gently if she's truly certain about this leap. His weathered hands fidget with a napkin, betraying his inner turmoil as a father torn between trust and worrying. Hope, with a resolute smile, reassures Deacon that her heart is set on Carter, pleading with him to let go of his concerns. She speaks with a quiet confidence, her eyes shining with the certainty of love, as she insists there's nothing to fear. Deacon, lightening the mood, cracks a playful jest about pawning the ring to fund a shiny new pizza oven for his restaurant, drawing a laugh from Hope. But as the humor fades, his tone softens, and he pulls her into a warm embrace, whispering that her happiness is all he's ever wanted. Yet, as they part, a shadow of concern lingers in his gaze, unnoticed by Hope but palpable to anyone watching. As Deacon returns to his duties behind the counter, Hope sits alone at the bar, her mind drifting to a cherished silly moment with her dad, involving a botched pizza-making attempt that ended in flour-dusted laughter. The recollection brings a soft smile to her lips, a reminder of the unshakable bond they share. Deacon's protective instincts and wedding dreams. Deacon soon reappears, wiping his hands on his apron as he leans against the bar, his curiosity renewed. He probes Hope about wedding plans, asking if a date has been set for the big day. Hope chuckles, admitting they're not quite there yet, but promises he'll be among the first to know, especially since she envisions him walking her down the aisle in a moment she's dreamed of since childhood. A flicker of hesitation crosses her face as she wonders if past tensions between Deacon and Carter, including a heated altercation, might make him reluctant to take on that role. Deacon's expression softens, and he reassures her that he has no desire to be at odds with her future husband. His protectiveness, he explains, stemmed from seeing her pain in the past, a father's instinct to shield his daughter from further hurt. Hope nods, her voice firm as she affirms that she and Carter have navigated through their storms and emerged stronger, their love deeper than ever. She adds with excitement that they're even collaborating at Forrester, where she's pushing to revive her beloved line, Hope for the Future, with Carter's unwavering support. Yet, Deacon's worries aren't fully quelled. He brings up a painful chapter moment Carter kissed Daphne Rose, an incident that left Hope reeling with betrayal. His voice cracks slightly as he recalls how her hurt tore at his heart, a father powerless to erase her pain, but desperate to try. He admits that seeing his child suffer ignites a fierce need to protect, a sentiment any parent would understand. Hope, touched by his candor, squeezes his hand, insisting that she and Carter have healed those wounds and that Carter's goodness shines through in every action. Deacon studies her face, seeing the genuine joy radiating from her, and concedes with a reluctant smile that her happiness is evident. But the memory of that kiss lingers in his mind, a quiet warning he can't fully silence. Carter faces Deacon's scrutiny. The scene shifts as Carter Walton strides into Il Giardino, his presence commanding yet warm. He approaches Hope with a loving glance. Before he can settle beside her, Deacon steps forward, his tone serious as he reveals he's the one who requested Carter's presence. There's something he needs to get off his chest about Carter's relationship with his daughter. The air thickens with tension as Deacon lays down the law, his protective nature flaring. He acknowledges Carter's respect in approaching him before proposing, a gesture that earns some goodwill, but stresses that Hope is his world, her happiness is non-negotiable. Carter meets his gaze squarely, his voice steady as he affirms that he shares the same goal, to cherish Hope above all else. Deacon, not easily swayed, issues a stern warning and mess this up again, a reference to past missteps that still sting. After a charged moment, the two men shake hands, a tentative truce, as Carter vows to dedicate his life to treasuring Hope, declaring that without her, he feels incomplete. As they stand there, Carter's mind wanders to a recent conversation with Steffy at Forrester Creations, where she urged him to help Hope move beyond the pain tied to Daphne Rose. The memory weighs on him, a reminder of the delicate balance he must maintain between personal promises and professional pressures. He knows convincing Hope to let go of that hurt won't be easy, especially with Deacon's doubts echoing in the background. Yet, as he looks at Hope, her smile a beacon of hope, Carter resolves to prove himself not just to Deacon, but to the woman who holds his heart. The bustling ambience of Il Giardino fades as their shared glance speaks of a future they're determined to build, brick by brick, against any odds. A mosaic of emotions and unresolved tensions. This episode of The Bold and the Beautiful weaves a rich mosaic of emotions, from Ridge's conflicted feelings about Brooke and Nick to the tender, fraught dynamics surrounding Hope's engagement. At Forrester Creations, Steffy's probing questions force Ridge to confront the jealousy he denies, while the ripple effects threaten to unsettle Taylor's trust. Across town at Il Giardino, Hope's joy in her commitment to Carter clashes with Deacon's lingering fears, rooted in past betrayals like the Daphne Rose incident. Carter, caught between proving his worth to Deacon and fulfilling Steffy's expectations, stands at a crossroads of loyalty and love. Each setting, from the corporate sleekness of Forrester to the homely warmth of Il Giardino, frames these personal battles with vivid contrast, drawing viewers into a world where every word and glance carries weight. Will Ridge's concern for Brooke fracture his bond with Taylor? Can Deacon fully embrace Carter as Hope's partner, or will past hurts resurface? And how will Carter navigate the challenge of helping Hope heal while under scrutiny? These unanswered questions fuel anticipation for what's next. Stay tuned to the B&B Spoilers channel for more updates, exclusive insights, and predictions as we follow the ever-unfolding saga of the bold and the beautiful. Until our next deep dive, keep the drama alive.